Coach Kelsey here, financial coach behind Fiscal Fitness, and I am going to do this quick live video. I want to make sure you are all up to speed on the payroll tax deferral and how it could possibly affect you. And I am going to ask that even if it doesn't affect you directly, that you share this video because it likely could affect your friends, family, or coworkers, that kind of thing. And we want to make sure they know what to do, but also what not to do. So I promise this will be a quick video. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I am happy to tackle them with you. So the president passed the payroll tax deferral. You may have heard about that. Regardless of what you think of it, it is here, it is happening, and if we believe anything at Fiscal Fitness, it is that we want to be as proactive as possible with our money. We want to plan ahead as best as possible, and so that's what we want to help you do today is tackle this and make sure you're ready for it. So essentially what it means is that the Social Security portion of your paycheck is going to be waived for a little while. And the Social Security portion is 6.2% of your paycheck. So what I would love for you to do, you don't have to do it right this minute, but what I would love for you to do is look at your pay stub, and you're likely going to see Social Security on there. What I would recommend is you look at like 2 pay stubs ago and then maybe your most recent one, because you might see that it's 0 now, but it was on there before. So this is a tax that you pay, of course, for Social Security. You pay in 6.2%, and also your employer pays 6.2%. So essentially what's going to happen is some companies are allowing employees to avoid taking this, and other people are not even giving you the option. Some companies are just doing it without really giving you the option, which is why I think it's super important that you are aware of it and you know what to do. So let me give you an example. Let's say your paycheck is around $2,000. 6.2% of that would be approximately $125 per paycheck. So if you get 2 checks per month or every couple of weeks, you're looking at about $250 extra per month, which is great, right? That's amazing. And that is supposed to last from September 1st until December 31st, that all of a sudden you'll have that extra $125 per paycheck in your checking account, so long as your check is around $2,000, okay? The issue is that starting in January, they're actually going to, you technically owe this money. So it is not that they're waiving it fully. They're just allowing you to not pay it temporarily. So starting January 1st, what will happen is the $125 will start coming out again as normal, okay? But then also an additional $125 will start coming out in order to pay back the amount that you are getting waived right now, essentially. So right now you could see an extra $250 per month between now and the end of the year. But then starting in January, not only will that start coming out again, but a whole nother amount of that will start coming out because they're going to make up for it from January 1st through April, okay? So if you're not aware of this, you could spend this extra money now, not realizing that it was even higher. If you get paid hourly, or if you get overtime and your paycheck or commission and your paycheck fluctuates a little bit from one to the next, then you may not look that closely at your pay stub, and this could be affecting you, okay? Also, it's really important to know that federal, civilian employees, and military members of all branches are subject to this payroll tax deferral. You are not eligible to opt out of this, okay? So it's sort of an automatic thing that's going to happen to you, which you are likely already seeing signs of it if you received a pay stub on Friday. So what we're gonna recommend you do, if your company is giving you the option, some companies are giving employees the option to opt out. And if that is the case, then we recommend you opt out. if you don't need the money for rent and you don't need it for your mortgage or utilities or to put food on your table, then our recommendation is don't mess with your pay stubs, okay? Payroll departments are oftentimes managed and run by real human beings. And no matter how hard they try, there can be errors. And so typically we say don't really touch your pay stub unless you are really going to stay on top of it. Okay. So if you don't absolutely need the money, I would opt out if your employer is giving you the option. That way you pay the same amount of taxes now and you pay the same amount of taxes in January. Okay. If your company does not give you the option to opt out, so it's going to happen to you whether you like it or not, your check will likely be higher. Look at your pay stub from before the change happened and look at how much was withheld for Social Security. So what is that 6.2% number? And when your pay stub comes in higher, take that amount and put it in a savings account. Because come January, when your checks are less, you can just start paying yourself that amount right out of your savings account. Okay. So what we don't want you to do is do nothing and not look and not pay attention to your pay stub. And then come January, you really feel the pinch because you have a lot less money in your paycheck now. Okay. So again, opt out if you can. If you can't, set the money aside in a savings account. That way you're not really feeling the pinch come January, okay? And most importantly, look at your pay stubs. Look at them from before, pick one from August and look at it, and then pick your most recent one now and see what's going on. I'm gonna end with a quick quote. What you deny or ignore, you delay. What you accept and face, you conquer. And that's by Robert too. So do not ignore this. Do not stick your head in the sand, please. Don't not look at your pay stubs. Don't just hope for the best and put a step or two in place to ensure, please put a step or two in place to ensure that you are completely prepared for the future. Just a couple of extra steps you can take to feel really good about this and know that you're not going to feel the pinch come January. Couple of small things, but most importantly, keep an eye on it. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for tuning in.